on my microphone just to be sure. Alright. Hello, hello. Okay. Greetings and salutations. I am back. Let's go at this again. Episode 3. I plan on going back to the cathedral ward. On here. Alright. Sorry about that. I'm back. Alrighty. So, anyways. Doy, I was trying to spin my echoes. I just always recommend just never leaving the hunter's dream with a bunch of echoes. Just go ahead and buy things. Saves you trouble. You'll make enough echoes back to worry about levels. I mean, don't even worry about levels, honestly. Like, this is, you know, just a character to have fun with, so not a build, not really. Just gonna do a thing. just to have fun. Mess around. Anyways, game plan. We're going to go to, I tell you what, I want to give my messengers a hat real quick, even though it doesn't really matter. And I'm not online. Here you guys go. Anyways, we're going to go around the cathedral ward, around the Grand Cathedral, and try to grab some extra twin bloods. And try to level what we can, and then we'll probably tackle some chalice dungeons. Because I know a lot of people, they don't really necessarily stream. By the way, feel free to interact if you wish. I saw I had a viewer pop on, so I promise I'll, even though your comment won't appear on the screen, like I'll bring up on my phone and I'll try to interact that way. Pardon me. Well, we might end up going to Yharnam. Ow. That's enough, sir. Gotcha. You guys are mean for no discernible reason. A lot of things in this game are weak to thrust damage. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, I think everything in this game is weak to thrust damage. I don't know, I need to check the extra life, I'll find out. Pardon me, I need a cough. Here we go. I try my best not to cough into the microphone. Like, I might clear my throat, but that'll be about it. Come on, buddy. Ha 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 ha. Bolt paper. Of course, paper that applies bolt to weapons when rubbed. Invented by Archibald, the infamous eccentric of the Healing Church workshop. Artificially recreates the blue sparks that are said to surround dark beasts Unlike the other strange weapons created by Archibald, this one was favored by many hunters, in particular those who had even once laid eyes on a dark beast. Scattergun. That's the thing, it does chip damage. Doesn't really do a lot of damage, but it just adds up. No. I'm gonna shoot you. Oh, mayo, that was annoying. Sorry, I had to cough again.
Blood. Bless us with blood.
Bless us with blood. Bless us with blood.
Come on, man. Messed up. Gotcha. More bloodstone shards. twins. Oh, I'm gonna mess you up once I come back down. Okay.
This time's finished.
Yeah, we don't want to get too far ahead, because we could end up inadvertently triggering those crawling madnesses, and we still have one executioner. Sorry about that. Had a cough. Come on, buddy. Come on, man. We're still fighting. Whoa, hey, how about... Gotcha. Did the other one... There you are. That area will not exactly be very important to us right now. We don't have any way of getting in there beyond that door, and there is... well, you'll see later. Pardon me. Heavy syrupy liquid medicine temporarily shifts weight to make a deflection of attacks easier, but must be used with care, as it also slows movement with no change to defense. The recipe for this mysterious concoction is unknown, but some postulate that it materializes only within the most desperate nightmares. I used to use it quite a lot in PvP. Well, not really PvP, but griefing. You know, you go into, like, especially low-level invasions. I used to make a blood level 43 character to invade level 30s. So I used to haunt Bergenworth all the time. Just absolutely just wreck people. Because they'd have a cooperator of some kind, and they just could not deal. Of course, it also works with NPC hunters as well, should you so wish to go that route. return to the dream, because we have some twin bloodstone shards we want to use. And then we'll go to Yharnam. A note about the NPCs that you can save and send to the chapel. You have until the blood moon. Vicar Amelia is not the trigger. I know some people think that, but she's not.
Welcome home, good hunter. What is it you desire? Very well. Over time comes it. Over time it. Farewell, good.
Okay. Spend some echoes. Yeah. Yes, 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 yes. Do we have the Kirk hammer? We do not have the Kirk hammer. Or the cane. Then a memento. There we go. Had a cough. Apologies again. So, let's go to the Cathedral Ward. And let us go to Yharnam. Easiest way to do this is to just let yourself be killed by this guy right here. Hit me again. You can also hit me. I'm gonna be choke slammed. We be killed on purpose. This area has one of my favorite soundtracks in the game. Yharnam, the unseen village. Bit cold blood. In a momento. Alright. Madmen toil surreptitiously in rituals to beckon the moon, uncover their secrets. This is one of my favorite areas.
Oh, merciful God, help me. In the name of the healing church, cleanse us of this horrible dream.
Frenzied cold blood. Our first frenzied blood. A rich droplet of cold blood containing blood echoes, used to gain frenzied blood echoes. This manifestation of madness comes from a mind teetering on the very brink. But has a sane mind ever produced anything of true significance?
Oh, please leave me be. Don't take me, please. Oh, please, dear God.
So this particular NPC, as long as you just wear something, a garb that is related to the church, like Gascoigne's, or even the black church attire, she'll actually talk to you.
By your garb, the healing church, you've come to save me. Oh, thank you, dear saint. I have no words to express my relief. You can take this, at least. It's sure to please an upstanding member of the church like you. Oh, thank you so much, dear gods. Thank you so much. I was seized on the street by a hulking brute in the cathedral ward and locked up here. There were many others, but they've been taken away. And I've heard moans echoing in the distance ever since. So, the hunt is on tonight. Then the streets are perilous, and every door will be shut tight. Perhaps it isn't my place to ask, but do you know somewhere that might take me in?
We'll tell of Odin Chapel.
Oh, thank you so much. I'll set out as soon as I can. I pray for success on your hunt, kind hunter.
Come on, buddy. Come up here and face me. Promise you I won't bite. So some notes won't make much sense right now. Nightmarish rituals crave a newborn. Find one and silence its harrowing cry. This is one of those areas where technically, I mean, you can and are supposed to kind of be killed and brought here, but you're not supposed to be hanging out here, though you can. More bolt paper and a moon rune. Let's go back to the dream and equip that. You'll see why here in a minute. Because that's really good for this area. It's really good for running through this area. Especially if you're one of those people that likes to kind of get your stats a little bit up for your weapon scaling before you take on Amelia. It's really good for it. A secret symbol left by Carol, runesmith of Burdenworth, a transcription of Moon, as spoken by the Great Ones inhabiting the Nightmare. Gain more blood echoes. The Great Ones that inhabit the Nightmare are sympathetic in spirit, and often answered when called upon. So you'll gain more blood echoes. Now to get back to Yharnam, we use the Unseen headstone. And we're going to the Hypogean jail. Hey Giggles, come up here and fight me. Come on, buddy. Ow. He karate kicked me. Try this guy out. Thought she was going to grab me for a minute. She just about did. People. We have a Fable. Blood vials. Behold, a pale blood sky. This is not a pale blood sky. Not yet, anyway. It'll make more sense when we come back. This is one of my favorite attire sets. Iron helmet worn by hunters of the unseen village. The hunters of Yharnam answer to the village's founders, the School of Menses. Hunters in name only, these kidnappers wear their black hoods low to shadow their eyes. This helmet is made of metal, a rarity for hunter garb, and has high defense, but only against physical attacks. Thick black pullover worn by hunters of the unseen village. These kidnappers blend into the night wearing this attire. Designed primarily to defend from physical attacks, the binding of thick rope serves both to protect its wearer and restrain his foes. It's interesting that the dogs are facing this door, a door that we are not able to go through. This door leads to the plaza, and for now we are unable to go. The plaza is off limits. We'll be going there later. We have 7. We need a total of 13 in order to get up to a +6 on this saw cleaver. But I'm not too worried about it because I do have a plan for taking on Vicar Amelia. Ludwig's Holy Blade is great for just regular straight up damage, but in terms of cheesing big bosses, like one of the ones we're going to be fighting pretty soon. There's another magic we can use. Some more bolt paper. This soundtrack is so good. Not operable right now. Uno momento. Come and fight me, buddy. Let's quit barking. Want to do something about it? Come on, do something about it. Come on, fight me. Fight me. Come on, Giggles. That's why I hate dogs. You try to drag them out, and they just end up doing that. And he'll try to fight me at an inopportune time. Nitrous. Very fun weapon. A unique trick weapon contrived by Archibald, the infamous eccentric of the Healing Church Workshop. Striking this peculiar iron morning star flail like a match generates the same blue sparks that blanket a dark beast. Unfortunately, for reasons untold, the hunters of Archibald's time did not fully take to the device. Probably because it's got one of the worst durabilities in the game. I've always liked it, but you are repairing it after every boss fight, it feels like. Interesting, these strange statues. Tentacles on the heads. And these statues that resemble like a mass of multiple people put together. You have carriages littered all around the village. All the way up to that gate. We'll go through there later. We have a lot of blood echoes. And considering my history with this upcoming enemy, probably wise, go ahead, spend what I have, come back, and then go fight them. Another thing too, the odd statues, tentacle looking things, which we will be seeing at some point, but also this. A particular creature that features prominently in this game, and one we will eventually see. We also have this particular feller. Desiccated body, wearing nothing but shorts and a cage on his head, which will be relevant later, but much later, like towards the end of the game later.
Welcome home, good hunter. What is it you desire? Very well, let... Farewell, good mate.
Let's buy some of these guys. Doodly-doo. Some of you that have played this game before already know what I'm getting at. Let's go kill us a creature. See you later. Don't call me, I'll call you. We could summon a helper, Spectre Antal. But I don't feel like doing that, because NPC summons tend to buff a boss really high and not really do enough damage to really make up for it. Wasn't the prettiest fight I've ever had, but it worked all the same. So, we also got a key. Spark Hunter Badge. Badge crafted in secret by Archibald, the infamous eccentric of the Healing Church, for his friends. Archibald was fascinated by the blue sparks that emanate from the hides of the dark beasts, and dedicated his life to its artificial reproduction in a style of inquiry that incidentally closely followed the methodology of Bergenworth. How to explain this one? Likely because Bergenworth, which we'll get into whenever we learn more about it, sought to reproduce similar effects to the old blood used by the Healing Church, but without the use of blood, rather to gain insight. But such is a story for another day. Let us go ahead and go after Vicar Amelia.
Welcome home, good hunter. What is it you desire? Very well. Farewell, good hunter.
I believe Cathedral Ward. I believe I don't need to spend these. I believe I'm going to be able to do enough damage to just go ahead and rock and roll. 2 viewers, greetings, salutations. Feel free to interact if you wish. I'll pull it up on my phone and try to interact with you that way. I like to keep my screen kind of free of clutter. But we're going to go after Vicar Amelia. Unlike Dark Beast Parl, who we just killed, Vicar Amelia does pure physical damage. We're just going to kind of run past everybody here. See you later, alligator. It's a clan up that you can put. I need to get out of here. Leave me alone, you bully. Go take your nonsense somewhere else. There is a note here, by the way. A lot of people miss it. Heir to the ritual of blood, purveyor of ministration, place your hand on the altar's sacred covering, and inscribe Master Lawrence's adage upon your flesh. Fun fact about this game, I found a bug one time where I glitched myself out, soft-locked myself out of progressing, because I decided the order I was going to do everything was I went straight to Amelia, then I went to Hemwick Charnel Lane, then I went to Yharnam, and I had killed Amelia, but I did not touch Lawrence's skull. And I guess it expired, it glitched out, and yeah, I couldn't continue. I had to redo everything. But anyway, we got somebody talking, so let's listen up.
Remain wary of the frailty of men. Their wills are weak, minds young. Were it not for fear, death would go unlamented. Seek the old blood. Let us pray, let us wish to partake in communion. Let us partake in communion and feast upon the old blood. Our thirst for blood satiates us, soothes our fears. Seek the old blood. But beware the frailty of men.
Their wills are weak, minds young. The foul beasts will dangle nectar and lure the meek into the
So, that's who we're going to fight next.
Their wills are weak, minds young. Their wills are weak, minds young. Were it not for fear, death.
Boy, we're about to lay the smack down on this and make it look stupid easy. I'm about to eat my words, I just know it. Yeah, so that's some pretty easy cheese. So, anyway, we got the gold pendant for that. Pendant of Vicar Amelia, used to change into a blood gem which fortifies weapons. This pendant, passed down among the vicars who head the healing church, is a reminder of the cautionary adage, words that will open the gates of Bergenworth. And we get the gold blood gem, which is not good at all, but, you know, a blood gem that fortifies weapons and adds various properties. Most radial blood gems have effects that bear upon physical attacks, and this golden radial blood gem, kept for generations within the church, strengthens attacks against those afflicted intensely by beasthood. When clerics began transforming into unspeakable beasts, the church needed something to retaliate with. Well, I love this altar. I love the designs in this game, man. It's just awesome.
Master Willem, I've come to bid you farewell.
Oh, I know. You think now to betray me.
No, but you will never listen. I tell you, I will not forget our adage.
We are born of the blood, made men by the blood, undone by the blood. Our eyes are yet to open.
Fear the old blood. I must take my leave.
By the gods, fear it, Lawrence.
So we have a departure between Bergenworth and the church in the metaphysical belief on the old blood, whereas The Healing Church seeks communion through the old blood. The scholars of Bergenworth instead teach to fear the old blood and make references to eyes. Our eyes are yet to open. Who's in the mood for some Chalice Dungeons? But with killing Vicar Amelia, not only have we entered the night phase of the game, but we have also... The eye of a blood-drunk hunter beckons hunters to the hunter's nightmare. A deformed creature will whisk you away outside Eldon Chapel. Behold the DLC key, Eye of a blood-drunk hunter. The eye of a blood-drunk hunter, its pupil is collapsed and turned to mush, indicating the onset of the Scourge of Beasts. A hunter who goes drunk with blood is said to be taken by the nightmare, destined to wander forever, engaged in an endless hunt. It is a fate that no hunter can escape. You, doll.
Welcome home. Hunters have told me about the church, about the gods and their love. But do the gods love their creations? I am a doll created by you humans. Would you ever think to love me? Of course. I do love you. Isn't that how you've made me?
Now, I would need to check notes on the translation of those lines, but I think when she's talking about, when she makes reference to the gods and their love, what they really mean is the gods and the love of the worshippers towards their gods. And that's why she goes into she's a doll created by humans. She loves humans, but do humans love her?
Very well. Let the echoes become your strength. Let me. Hunters have, but I with you, of course. Isn't that? Farewell, good me.
Honestly, I liked the doll better before the DLC. I just absolutely hate the character of Lady Maria, and I absolutely despise the fact that the doll was made after her. I liked it better when everybody thought that this doll was modeled after two Marians. But, you know, that's me. I felt like the Chalice Dungeons just added I felt like they added more esoteric lore, and that just everybody was grasping at straws to have more straightforward lore. And so I love this game and I love the lore of this game, but I feel like the lore of this game stumbles because everybody has to have, like, the lore is not that deep anymore, where it was very esoteric and strange, and you had to take into account the Chalice Dungeons. The DLC ruined quite a bit of it. Looks good. Huh? Gotcha. Alrighty, let's go to the first Chalice Dungeon. Yep. Well, I just got done. I mean, I did the Domino's pizza method on Vicar Amelia. Your pizza's ready in 30 minutes or less. Yeah, I emoted on the stream that one time, and she had a sliver of health death. Yeah. So here we go. This is one of the reasons why I liked the idea of the doll being a two-married construct better, because look at these statues. This is quite obviously very similar to the doll. I mean, it just, I don't know, man. Like, I just liked it better when the doll was hypothesized to be more of a Tumerian ideal than something modeled after Lady Maria. But then again, I absolutely despise Lady Maria, so got the Bold Hunter's mark on the door. Got a figure. A lot of shrouded. Shrouded figures on these door jams. Roots. Cobwebs. This is supposed to take underground just below Yharnam. And we'll talk about the dungeons and the inspiration behind them and stuff like that at some point. Well, I mean, that's what they're supposed to be. They're the tomb of the gods. That's what they are. Alright, Ratty Rat. You go down, Ratty Rat. Ooh. Okay. Big headstones. Inhuman-sized headstones. Pool of oil. Look out for this guy. Classic swinging blade trap. These are Tumerians. And we have a bell ringing woman that is summoning these undead Tumerians. Blood vial. Come on, you big bully. Come and fight me. Whoa. Not so fast. Now, it is worth mentioning you do need to be careful with parrying and visceral attacks in the dungeons. There is a particular enemy that likes to pop up once backstabs and parries have been performed on an enemy, regardless of whether or not the enemy was slain by a critical attack. Cages hanging from the ceiling, massive chains. Oh man, I love the dungeons. I like to explore every nook and cranny in these things. Molotov cocktail. If I'm not mistaken, I believe the dungeons... See, now the dungeons are like a set. Like, they're... The regular, normal core dungeons are going to be the same for everybody. But if I remember right, back in the day, they were different. Like, they were randomly generated, so they didn't contain the same stuff. Could be wrong, but I want to say that that was the case. I'm trying to find my vape. Whatever I've done with it, there it is. Temerian dungeons like this one typically will drop radial gems. We have no side area on this one. He's frenzied, so if I remember right, those guys are strong against blunt damage, but I can't remember. Light every lantern, and every boss will be succeeded by an elevator. We see a woman with a little what appears to be like messengers surrounding her feet, caressing her feet, almost as if the messengers themselves are Temerian in origin. Here we are at layer 2. Light the lantern. If I remember right, you want to be careful because there is a trap, a pressure plate that will summon enemies. Ritual Blood level 2. Searching these dungeons will always yield you with the materials needed to make the next depth. Oh no, what have I done? I found that trap. Okay. We have ourselves a situation. I hear the bell ringing woman. She is over here. I remember this guy that's down here. He's annoying. He is not very fun. Ow. Primarily because of that. His weapon has stupid range. This gives a little bit more light. So this helps out quite a bit. You're typically going to run into healing items. Headless statues. Buddy, you scared the padiddle out of me. Yeah, you can stop that. That's a trap. That's a fire dart trap. Always check these walls. Never know. You might end up having a secret door, illusory wall. Something I do feel like I need to mention, these statues with the lanterns. If the door is locked, those lights will be purple. When it's unlocked, they are blue, as they are now. If I can remember, I'll show you on the next go round. Who is the boss here? Oh yes, these guys. I remember now. Slaughtered. We got the Tumerian Root Chalice, which creates a randomly generated dungeon. It's also a depth 1, just like, you see that right there, depth. Higher the number, the deeper the dungeon. That's basically the difficulty. So this is depth 1, and so is that. The It's a fixed dungeon on this one, but this one is a randomly generated one. Root chalice that breaks multiple labyrinth seals. Root chalices used in rituals to break old labyrinth seals are said to change the labyrinth's form each time. The old labyrinth was carved out by the Tumerians, superhuman beings that are said to have unlocked the wisdom of the Eldritch truth. Side area on this one. See, I'm trying to jog my memory on some of these. Okay. Okay, bye. So you see that door? It's a purple light. Down you go. Now, we need to run. More ritual blood too. We have this interesting enemy. It does have an attack. But normally people kill it so quick that they never see it. This is a Tumerian. Looks very much like the Hermit Tarot card. Drops a ton of either bullets or blood vials. This lantern should turn blue too. Yep. If I remember right, is there a secret passage somewhere? Not over here. Oh, got ourselves a commentator. Uno momento. Let me pull up YouTube here. Oh, husband. It's my wife. Hello, Sarah. So, we are going to explore around, see what we got. What is down here? Blood vials. Another viewer. Greetings and salutations. I hear a blood liquor. We're gonna kill it when we come back. Got another viewer. Greetings and salutations. It's just me trying to jog my memory on this game that I haven't played in almost 3 years. I used to play it all the time. And you don't think you forget about stuff, but you do. We got some tomb mold. Which means we should be able to make that root chalice now. Material used in a holy chalice ritual. Mold that grows from rotten flesh and blood inside the old labyrinth. Matures to bear giant spores. Now, the reason I want to try to make as many random chalices as possible is because you would be surprised at how much interesting, weird stuff you can make. I made a chalice dungeon one time that had no bosses, had no enemies aside from one mob at the end. It was the only enemy in the entire dungeon. It was insane. It was I want to say it was a 3-layer map. It was insane. Hi, Dad. Hi, Timber. Doo-doo-doo. Alrighty. There's this guy. Kill him. That will lead us back down. We'll check it out here in a minute. But first, I heard a blood liquor. And I want to kill it. Now these blood liquors can be quite a handful. I'm glad we captured one on the stream. They are very fast and very ferocious. And they're pretty tough because of how fast they are. Got it. Sometimes they drop some pretty decent blood tinged gems. The natural progression of the chalice dungeons will actually kind of gradually take your build your strength up for your weapons. Oh, buddy. Ah, got arcane haze. Material used in a holy chalice ritual, the tiny smatterings of haze that are found in certain ritual materials, sometimes required for special rites. The additional rite Sinister Bell makes the bell-ringing woman appear, and when she rings a Sinister Bell, hunters from other worlds will be beckoned as adversaries. And that was one of my favorite things about Blood Level 98. It was like we would have so many fight clubs in these dungeons. Got a cold blood dew. Hey, looky-loo. more arcane haze. But we only got one this time instead of the 3. I love just exploring these areas. We are not going to summon Prospector Oleg. He sucks. Honestly, that's my biggest gripe with this game, is that if you were expecting them to be like Dark Souls NPC summons, you're sadly mistaken. They don't put out as much damage as you would think they would. But we finally got a side area, as denoted by this door. You'll find some different odds and ends in these dungeons too, consumables and stuff. I know it seems easy now, but once we start hitting like depth 3, that's when it starts to become really challenging. Don't even get me started on depth 4. That's where my favorite chalice is, the Defiled chalice. A lot of people hate it, but honestly, a lot of people just need to get good. It's a fun chalice. Those guys have a chance to drop cursed fire gems. Because I remember creating an arcane character and going full onto full on elemental damage. Let's open this coffin. Mummified remains with ritual blood. And so we're also led to believe that the Chalice dungeons not only are the tomb of the gods, but also the tomb of Tumerians. That they were used as a burial place. Whether or not these were important individuals or whatever, that's a different discussion that's not really covered so much in these games. Sorry about that noise. I forgot to mute my mic. I was sucking on my teeth. Side area. That's a trap. There's a pressure plate for it. You can die. Don't think there's anything down here. And yes, I have brain farted before and ran across a pressure plate that I literally just disarmed, or literally just avoided and killed myself. Alrighty. Let's take on the hot dog. Hot dog of the old boards. Much grander opening antechamber. And we gain the next depth chalice, mainline chalice, the central Tumeru chalice. A chalice that breaks the labyrinth seal, but only a root chalice changes the shape of the old labyrinth when used in a ritual. The old labyrinth was carved out by the Tumerians, superhuman beings that are set to unlock the wisdom of the Eldritch truth. If we so wished to go the arcane route, which never say never, we can attach some elemental gems to this bad boy. I've got one fire radial. Let us create a root chalice. Let us create the central.
Welcome home, good hunter. What is it you desire? Very well,
I think I want to go after arcane next.
Farewell, good may.
Let's check out our randomly generated dungeon. See what we came up with. I'm excited. You just kind of have to try out your hand. Now, I think this kind of mural is inspired by a lot of the depictions of Christ and his 12 apostles. Things like the Last Supper and so on. very reminiscent of those kind of artistic works. Now, because this is a randomly generated dungeon, you definitely want to keep an eye out for secret walls and side passages, which, speaking of such, you know, I just realized we never did put on any of the blood gems that we collected from that last dungeon. That'll be alright. This is still just a depth 1. There could be enemies and traps around any corner. So the thing I typically like to do... Well, something died. The thing I typically like to do... work my way top to bottom. It's the best way to do this. There's a cannon. But no enemy. Secret door. Illusory wall. You find some odd... Well, that was literally an odd blood gem, but you find some odd blood gems in some of these dungeons. It's a little crazy every now and then. Of course, we can use the cannon should we so wish. Very odd, very odd area. I love creating random dungeons like this. I hear fire. That is probably a good explanation why. Poison knife. Which we'll look at the description of that in a little bit. Ow. Hello, friends. Kind of odd to cluster up these enemies like this. Gotcha. What did we get? Bone marrow ash. A lot of it too. take a look at the poison knife. That's the first one we got. Knife slathered in poison. This curved knife is as thin and sharp as a surgeon's blade, often used for self-defense by special doctors in the healing church. They say that hunters traditionally avoid the use of poison, likely because the poison is too slow to act in the heat of the hunt. Poison in Soulsborne games is a little bit underwhelming. You're better off served using more traditional damage methods than you are by putting poison on anything. Although a lot of people mostly use poison and rapid poison as challenge run builds. Goodness gracious me, that room looks like a lot of fun to me. That's a lot of dogs. Ow. Very strange little area. Very, very strange. We'll take a look at everything down on this level later. Let's head up to the top, because chances are when you're at the top, you can find other alternative and frankly safer ways to explore the bottom. Oh wow, he survived that. I was a little surprised. I've been one-shotting these guys mostly. So that was a little bit. Unlock this. It's very fun to create these things, just see what the game gives you, because your experience is going to be different than anybody else's. Because you never know, you might run into a secret area. You just kind of have to know what to look for. Ah, a guillotine trap. Ah, oil. Interesting. Some random odds and ends, consumables. More ritual blood. What's up, Buttercup? Okay. Oh, that looks nice. Mm-hmm. Alrighty. Another side area, post-dungeon side area. And you keep this equipped to passively regenerate health. Kind of keep an eye open for any enemies that might be. Man, we also see the hunter's rune. Ah, this guy again has a charm. Does not have a staff this time. Oh, we have a boulder area over there. Interesting. I thought I heard a dog. Side treasure. Blood-tinged gemstone. That'd be nice to put on a gun. Those ornate caskets are indicative of the main treasure of the side area. Okay, looks like we have a boulder trap that starts halfway down, not all the way down. Oh! Look at that! That's super rare, especially for a level 1 dungeon. That's a labyrinth mold. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad I caught that on stream. It has 2 heads. Yeah, it's mad. Yeah, that's cool. I'm so glad I caught that on stream. I never ran into those before. And I got its attack cycle and everything. I mean, that was awesome. That was less awesome. But I'm so glad. Dude, that was cool. I've never, ever run into those labyrinth molds before. That was my first time. Those are usually in depth 5 chalices. They're usually in like Tumaru Eye Hill, you know? They're not in they're not in lower difficulty dungeons because of how special they are. Because I mean, well, you saw its attack. It's pretty rough to deal with if you're a low-level character. I'm so glad I found that. I know I've said that 1,000 times already, but doggone, that was such a rare find. Like... So that was just a run around, apparently. But that was worth it just for the mole. Yeah, no. That's why I was like, look at that. Because I mean, I've seen them in other people's clips, but I'd never ever made a dungeon that had them in it. That was cool. Yeah. While we wait for the guys to come back with the central air unit. Finally, the boss. What do we have? Oh, yay. I'm gonna go back to the dream and put on some of these gems. That was cool. I'm so glad I caught that on stream. That was awesome. Go back in dungeon in a minute. There we go. Oh yeah, we got some decent ones going on up in here. That's good. The hair ornament for the doll. How? How did you forget it? Let's go ahead and level up. We have enough for a level up.
Welcome. What is very well?
Oh, we don't have enough for a level up.
Farewell.
I think I made a depth one that had had great ones cold blood before.
Welcome. What is very well?
What?
Let the echoes become your
Yeah,
strength.
Yeah, I saw it.
Farewell.
Okay. That was cool. I'm so... And that was extremely rare for a depth 1 too. I mean, it's already rare enough, but usually those things don't pop up until Timaru Ahil. Okay. No side area before the lamp. Secret walls? Nope, not here. Here? No. Here? No. Yeah, you can roll. You can roll into illusory walls. Yeah. And this guy back here. Okay, I didn't know if he jumped down or not. But something died. Or tomb mold. Okay, up before down. That's the best way to do this. What? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Huh? No, this is a random. That's why I was mentioning it. Hey, look. That's a side area. Yeah, they can be. If it's a secret room, it can be. Probably not. That's what it's starting to look like. It's starting to look like there's nothing here. Probably. I would have laughed if that was a pressure plate and I stepped on it and it killed me. I don't see nothing. Oh, that's why I love the random chalices. Mummified head. Lord of mercy. Get that dog out of here. Okay. I hate that dog. I really do. Mm-hmm. A little interesting side area. Had nothing attached to it, but whatever, still kind of cool to find anyway. Okay. What's in here? Another side area. There's totally a dude in that. Check that out in a little bit. Up before down. Go to the main first. No. Oh, shiny, shiny. Oh no. What did I run into? I have fallen into a crevice. One of those dead sea monsters. I have fallen into a place that I have no clue where I'm at. It's okay though. Nothing in here? Nope, nope. That rat glitching scared the padiddle out of me for a second. Alright, well, we fell like 2 stories. Just gotta find our way out of here now. Well, at least we know where this door leads. We'll go through there in a minute. So, don't fall for that again. I'd say that probably crumbled when I walked by it and didn't notice it. Alright, the main treasure, at least. Fire paper. Which, I mean, it's useful. So, I mean, you certainly chewed through Vicar Amelia super fast. Alrighty. Now, where does this go? A lot of those odd tempering gems in this one. Right. Okay. What's the boss in this one? Man-eater boar. Yay. Radiant blood gem. Those are kind of blood gems that give you more health back, regenerate health passively. In terms of actually fighting with them, they're garbage. Something died already. No clue what it was, but it died. Sit down, Giggles. Hooray for Pebbles. Too mold? Plenty of it, too. I've looped around completely. So there must be some stairs or a ladder that I did not see. There it is. main treasure is. That's what killed that guy. More tomb mold. No. Not behind here. Nope, not behind here. Okay, so there's nothing over here. Little key piece of advice: try your best to walk on the edge of the floor to avoid potential traps. Vault Hunter's Mark, those are always useful. Dead dog, fossilizing. Cold blood. I mean, it looked around on itself, but who cares? I mean, it's kind of cool to see how these things get generated anyway. Anything through here? How about through here? Nope. Come through here. What we got? I see an undead giant. Way off in the distance. That'll be fun. Just in case I die, I'll have to fight the giant again. Let's climb up. See what we got going on. That's a fire trap. I may have been born yesterday, or I may have been born during the day, but it wasn't yesterday. Leave me alone, I got screwed up. Uh-huh. And it led nowhere. Cool. Alright. Huh. What is going on? This is a pretty intricate floor. Do not ring that bell. Okay. Oh no. Tell you what, let's go ahead and go this way. Hey, that would have been bad. Yes. Through here. Okay, it's looped back on itself. Well, hey. Hello. Howdy do. Anything this way? Looks like another treasure room. Guarded, so at least that's a change of pace. If there's anything in it or not, that remains to be seen. Oh, there's something here. We have a lot of these ritual blood twos. What would be mean is if, under the assumption that FromSoft didn't put mimics in this game, and I somehow find the Chalice dungeon that proves otherwise. It's just super duper rare. That would be very mean. This is pretty familiar to some degree. Is it Watch Dogs? I don't see a watchdog. Beast possessed soul. There's a level 3 tempering physical gem, so I mean, there you go. Let me make sure that this was the last layer. So far I'm not seeing much. I think this may be the last layer. I'm not seeing any indication of another door. So that was it. Let's return to the Hunter's Dream. I'd say that'll probably be it for the night. I'll do the next dungeon tomorrow. They've already canceled the church tomorrow for sickness. Level up real quick.
Welcome. What is... Very well. Let me...
Alright guys, I believe I'm going to be done for the night. I appreciate you guys tuning in, past, present, future, whenever this video finds you, and I very much appreciate it. I also want you guys to say a special prayer for my wife. For those of you who don't know, she lost her mommy a little over a week ago. Well, actually, it's been 2 weeks now. She lost her mommy about 2 weeks ago, and I don't think it's really gotten super duper rough for her yet. So I just want you guys to remember my wife. But as always, guys, take care. God bless. I'll see you on the other side.